you into their world. It's not just chickens and the Angus herd. So take off your boots, relax, and go beyond the ranch.
Hi guys, and welcome along as we continue to explore the ranch life and escape the ordinary here on Beyond the Ranch. We're kind of hoping this thing's working. We're not exactly quite sure because it is not starting out, but there it is. So now we know that it's working. There's a heck of a delay sometimes, drives me crazy. But from the time that we start, we're actually in the future. You guys are in the past. But hi, I'm Mike.
I'm Erin.
And this is Beyond the Ranch. Thanks guys for coming and hanging out with us once again. Tonight we've got a decent show. I'm not going to say a great show, but I'm going to say a decent show coming to you from beautiful, sunny Northeast Wyoming, where
it's so beautiful and sunny.
It's something outside. It's been this isn't going to work now. Dang it! Why does this thing never want to work for me? See, there, pops back up. It has been snow and drizzle and rain and junk for like what, two days now, 2 or 3 days.
Yesterday and today.
Yeah, it's been something. I don't know. You were talking about it yesterday about how when this happens, like it seems like the whole ranch just comes like screeching to a halt.
Yeah, I've kind of been like bored the last couple days. I'm kind of like, what should we do?
Like all of a sudden it's winter, and like the day before yesterday it was you were out gardening, and then
yeah, and like I mean there's stuff I can do, but like there's snow on the ground, so now there's a lot of stuff that I can't do. So like yes, I could go work in the high tunnel, but like the weeds have kind of taken over, so we're probably just gonna abandon all hope for that, and we'll
really. There's nothing to be harvested out of there?
No, I'll still harvest.
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
not going to pick the weeds.
Oh, you're just going to let the weeds go.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we do anything? I mean, we could feed the pigs the weeds, right?
I'm not pulling them.
No, what I'm saying is like, so after you harvest everything out of there that you want, then we come in and harvest the weeds.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
So
it's actually a lot of grass. We have a lot of grass that has crept into the high tunnel, and so that will actually have to be dealt with an herbicide before I plant again in the spring. So at this point, it's just it is what it is.
It is what it is. Have we always had problems with that tunnel?
No, this is the first time that I've had a major grass problem with that tunnel.
Because I remember we had grass in the other one. That's right.
Yeah, so in the old one I had grass, and so it happens about every 3-4 years that I have to spray an herbicide to get rid of the grass. Because it's just what happens.
It's just
it's kind of like weed salad. So like some of the lettuce is not going to be harvested because there's too much grass.
Who decided we don't eat grass?
I don't know.
I mean, somebody decided we eat kale.
You just want to eat some grass,
but nobody, that same person probably could have said, hey, let's just eat the grass while we're at it.
I mean, you could, I guess, if you really...
People eat dandelions, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
See?
Yeah, there's certain weeds that people eat.
Yeah, so why not? I mean...
I don't know, do you want a grass salad?
I don't know, I'm kind of thinking maybe it's better than kale. Might be. I don't know. We posted a deal on Facebook earlier this week that was spinach or kale. It was posted on Facebook, and I got a kick out of it because I actually read about it in a book where this guy said, hey, here's a question to post on Facebook and see what comes back, because it's one of those things where it's like everybody has an opinion, right? And the divide between spinach and kale, I mean, it might as well like be Republican and Democrat. I mean, there's definitely some party lines going on there. So I mean, you get everything from the person that went to Wikipedia and gives you the 6-page answer about why why kale is better or why spinach is better, but then you also you still get the people that are like, I don't like either one, I hate them both, which is kind of how I feel about politics. So it works out pretty well. Yeah, exactly. Matt asked if I got a new tattoo. I did, and tonight we're going to talk about it. We are going to, and it's actually I got this tattoo for one of our sponsors.
No, it's a little wrinkly.
It is a little wrinkly.
It's shiny.
You're giving it away here. It's actually a fake tattoo, but it's we're gonna be working for one of our sponsors, or not even a sponsor, one of our partners on the channel, because they need our help. So we're gonna be helping them out, and I've got their tattoo and I've got their shirt on. You could actually, did Keith have these in their booth at Ranch Roundup? Do you remember?
I don't know if he had them at Ranch Roundup, but he had them when he came and did the
I actually
fence.
I saw it laying on the kids were out playing with it today, and I was like, oh, give me that. I'll put that on. So this is actually the 1990s. It doesn't even go all the way around. The 1990s barbed wire tattoo, which I don't even think that Keith has one of these. I think
a fake tattoo?
No, I think Keith should have a real one. I think that if we can help out Keith and Beckart today, maybe we can get Keith to get a real barbed wire tattoo. Actually, you know what? Better than that, let's get him to get not barbed wire. Let's do woven wire. And then people will be like, what the hell is that? That's a woven wire. You don't see woven wire tattoos. You see these. I mean, this is like straight up Axl Rose. But
let's not do that to Keith.
Why not? He should get a woven wire tattoo or a fence stretcher. Or a pounder or something. It's something. We got to figure out something. Anyway, what we're talking about is Beckart Fencing. They've actually asked for our help in a weird kind of backwards way, and we're not only going to help them out, but I'm going to give you a chance to win as we help them out tonight. They have just started their very own. Beckart Fencing has started their own Facebook page and their own YouTube channel.
For a while.
Right, but I mean they're picking up steam. But we're going to help them out. One of the big things is that they started their YouTube channel and they have 56 subscribers on their YouTube channel, and they can't even get a URL. Like youtube.com/Our Wyoming Life. They can't get a URL that says youtube.com/Beckart Fencing. It's still
custom URL.
Right.
To get 100.
And you have to have 100 subscribers to do that. So
Trinity, we'll send that idea to Keith and see what he says.
What did she say? I missed it.
Get a pounder on it.
Get Keith to get a tramp stamp. Oh, that would be funny. I don't know if it would look good with his thong or not. I don't know. He may pop in here later on, by the way. So anyway, tonight I'm going to ask you to first of all take a look down in the description of this video. I pinned a comment, and in that comment are two links. One link is to their Facebook page. The other link is to their YouTube channel. And if you guys could do me a favor, and I'm asking you guys because I know you guys are the ones that are going to help me out if I ask for a favor. If you could click on those, head over there, like their Facebook page. You can always unlike it later. And they're just kidding, you'll like it. Go and like their subscribe to their YouTube channel so we can get them to that 100 subscriber point. What I really want is for them to go to work on Monday and be like, oh, what the heck happened here?
Woohoo, we got 127 subscribers.
Exactly, and we can say, we did that for you, now go get a tattoo. In exchange, what I'm going to do is
Matt also has links.
And Matt has links too. If you can throw those links up, Matt, I'd appreciate it. What I'm going to do is Beckart has given us two very nice. They're Carhartt like pullover hoodies. Very nice quality. They're like 40 or 50 bucks a piece. They have given us two of those to give away. So once you go and you follow them or like them or do whatever you do on Facebook, and you follow them or subscribe to them on YouTube.
Did you not put the links in the
I did put the links in the description. I thought I need Matt to throw them up there. I also emailed them to Matt, but there's none in the description. Matt, can you post the links? Did Matt go into the bathroom? Where'd he go? If you search on this is falling apart fast. This whole thing is it's dwindling. We're circling the drain.
Great
Oh, there we go. There's their Facebook page, and then Matt's going to throw up the YouTube channel as well, so that you guys can head there, follow, like, subscribe, do all those things. And if you come back to our page here and you just type the word "done," Matt's going to keep track of everybody that types the word "done,"
Yeah.
DONE.
You didn't do it.
I did do it. It didn't show
there.
up? Okay, well, fine. Whatever. Somebody put them in the description, so I'm not a big liar.
Nobody can put them in the description.
Or not in the description. Comment. First comment. I pinned the first comment. That's what I did.
You can't see that when you're in the live chat, though.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. How would I know that?
No,
Anyway, it's pinned in the first comment. Anyway, put the word "done," just like all these guys are doing, and Matt will choose at the end.
I just disliked our live stream.
What are you doing?
Checking your work.
Once we get done here at the end of the live stream, we're going to pick 2 random names. Thanks to Matt's lovely assistant Tammy. Going to pick 2 names, and those people are going to. Tammy, you can't enter to win. You are the lovely assistant. But anyway,
all fencels and moderators are not eligible.
Fencels aren't eligible for anything anymore. No more free rent. No more caramel rolls. You don't even charge them for caramel rolls.
I know. I gave him 4 pans.
Matt's going to pick somebody to do it, and we're gonna come back and visit this about halfway through the live stream and make sure, because obviously people come and go. So Matt, here at the end of the live stream, we're going to pick a winner. Halfway through, we're going to do this whole spiel all over again. Feel free to tune out or go to the bathroom or go get something to drink while I'm doing it, and we'll see if there's anybody new here that can get entered in to win as well. Winter time. It's winter on the ranch. Is it? Do we have any break coming up from winter?
Well, it's supposed to be 40 tomorrow.
That's it?
And we have to dig potatoes on Wednesday.
We have to dig potatoes on Wednesday?
Yeah, we're going to do it this week. So.
Were we still going to go and get beef jerky at some point?
Yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow.
Why are we going to do that on the nicest day?
No, Wednesday's the nicest day.
Oh, Wednesday's the nicest day. Okay, so...
Tomorrow we don't have farm store or preschool. We do have ice skating, though.
We have ice skating tomorrow?
Yeah.
Are you going to ice skate? When was the last time you ice skated? That's a winter sport right there.
Probably
That's straight up
school.
winter.
No, probably not even high school. Probably like junior high.
Really?
Maybe. Yeah, probably junior high.
Wow. People
When's
are
the
still
last time you
typing
ice
done,
skated?
but... Huh?
When's the last time you ice skated?
I ice skated while I was in the military quite a bit, just for funsies. I played on a hockey team that I was horrible at, but I tried. That was, when was that? That would have been, what, late 90s, something like that. So it's been a while, a couple of years since I've done that. But
we might break hips now.
Oh my gosh. Could you imagine how hard that ice is?
I see the kids sometimes fall.
It's ridiculous.
So the girls do figure skating lessons, and Lincoln's still learning how to skate, but hopefully next year, maybe in January, he'll start hockey.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like,
he says he's going to do figure skating, but he's going to do hockey.
Are you sure? Aren't you? What is that called? There's a name for that. He wants to play with dolls, but you buy him G.I. Joes.
He doesn't
gender bias? I can't remember what that is.
He's going to play hockey. I think he'll like it more than figure skating. I think he just wants to do what his sisters do, and I don't think he really understands what hockey is. So
I need to show him some hockey.
Yeah.
We need to watch some hockey. I haven't watched hockey in a while. I used to watch hockey every once in a while. I haven't watched that either. But thank you. We hit 100 subscribers for Beckard, 140 something. Awesome.
Cool.
They're gonna love that. And I don't know how many they have following them on Facebook, but we'll boost that as well.
Matt, you can show Tammy's comment.
A couple cocktails.
Okay, next time you guys come and visit Tammy, we'll do that.
Yeah, no doubt. Rollerblade.
We'll have some hot chocolate and some peppermint schnapps, and we'll
go ice skating. Then when you fall down, you don't feel it. That's the only difference. That's why it makes it so much better. Did you ever try rollerblading? Did you ever do that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Well, you can ice skate too. I mean, you could.
Well, no, it's yeah, I can.
Rollerblading is slippery.
It's different. I've rollerbladed like later in my life than I don't know if I could ice skate.
I don't remember the last time I rolled. Well, no, I rollerbladed at somebody's birthday party not too long ago.
Oh, at one of the kids' birthday.
Yeah, I was rollerblading at that. So
I always skip that. Let me manage the snacks.
So I think our biggest struggle with Lincoln, if he plays hockey, is going to be keeping him from poking people with the sticks.
Oh God, he's been karate chopping lately.
Matt will tell you about that.
Yeah, lots of karate chopping, and like a lot of like, Lincoln, you cannot karate chop your friends at preschool.
Oh, is that happening in
No,
preschool?
but like I'm just like preemptively telling him that he cannot karate chop people.
You're just telling him you just can't do it. Actually, well, okay. So if he's gonna play hockey,
yeah.
Can we have him do karate, and then he can karate chop people, and it's like legal, right? I mean, he's just be like, I'm practicing, Mom. Come on.
Yeah, stick on the ice. Yes, Scott. Hi, JV Weld. Thanks for saying hi to us. Appreciate that.
Yeah, hi, Jake. Mr. Jake Fensel out there. Apparently they have some sort of bond. I don't know what's happening there, but hey, whatever. So the ice skating, that's our winter sport?
Yeah, and Kenzie's doing horse lessons.
Kenzie's still doing horse lessons. She's not actually, because her horse trainer is getting married, so it's gone for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And
it snowed on her wedding.
Oh, it did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Did she get married here?
No, in Spearfish.
In Spearfish, that's right.
I remember when I dropped Kenzie off the last time I took her, I was like, oh, the weather's going to be great, because we were having just such a wonderful fall. And she's like, yeah, it looks like the forecast is going to be good. And yeah.
Not good.
Oh, well, I'm sure they still got married.
Do you have a favorite winter activity? Like, not so much a sport. I don't want to say sport,
Yeah,
but
springtime.
no, that's just skipping over winter. That's blowing right by it.
I'm good with that.
No, what do you enjoy? I mean, do you enjoy any part of winter whatsoever? Hi, JB. How are you?
No, I hate it.
Every
I
little
like
bit of it.
sleeping. I mean, I feel kind of like a bear. Like we sleep.
Yeah,
in the summer, we average, in the summer, in all reality, every night we average 4 to 6 hours of sleep, right?
If that, yeah.
Very much every day wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:30, work till 10, 11 o'clock at night. In the wintertime, I think last night about 8 o'clock, we're like, okay, kids.
Let's go to bed.
Go watch a
it
movie.
gets dark a lot earlier,
It gets
so
dark a lot earlier.
it does kind of put you in that
Yeah.
time for bed type of thing.
And then we slept, I stayed in bed past 8 o'clock this morning. I haven't done that.
I know you did.
I haven't done
I did.
that.
I woke up at 6, and I just was like, I'm just gonna, I didn't even watch TV. I think I played on my phone.
Yeah.
I was just like, eh.
I know I still do that most mornings, but the point is that starting in April, that doesn't happen.
Right.
And now it's October, and so now
Okay.
I hibernate.
I feel bad that you say you don't like the winter, because winter
hate it.
winter has Thanksgiving, it has Christmas. Those are good things, right?
As a mom, they're not so much fun. I mean, they are. That sounds really bad.
Erin just wants to skip right forward to President's Day and be like, woohoo!
I do like spring. Thank you, Julie, for
I don't even know when
super
President's
chat.
Day is anymore, but yeah.
It's in February.
We'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, the wind turbines. Let's get past this.
It's I feel like the holidays are really fun, and I enjoy the excitement of the children and them. They still love Christmas and that magical Christmas morning feeling. But I feel a lot of pressure to make that perfect for them. You don't feel that. You're like, oh, what do we get the kids?
That's why they invented Amazon. You don't need to stress. Really, you don't need to stress out about anything. Things just happen.
Yeah, things just happen. The tree
magically
just gets put up.
And who brings the
food
tree
just
downstairs
shows up.
and hauls it downstairs
Yeah,
and gets poked in the eye with it and
You
everything
do
else?
that.
Yes, I know when the tree goes up.
The food just magically occurs.
Because you ordered it from Amazon. Marvin brings everything. Marvin brings Christmas. Marvin is Santa.
Don't tell the kids
That's when I like those parts of winter.
Yeah, I like the holidays.
Yeah.
But then after January through March sucks.
It is kind of like the long haul around here, and obviously I'm going to drag you along with me for another year, but we it is. It's very monotonous. But I do feel like in the wintertime, you have to get. I cleaned the chicken house today. I think I inhaled half a chicken.
I only cleaned half, but thank you very
Okay,
much.
I
That
inhaled
was
a quarter of a chicken.
Huge job.
But I kind of feel like, if I forgot where I was going to go with this.
The long haul?
The what?
The long haul of January through March?
Yeah, that it is, but I don't remember now. I had a chicken in my throat, and now I lost it.
Do you want to talk about wind turbines?
We can talk about wind turbines. Tell me about wind turbines. What do you think? The question from Julie Richardson is, what is your opinion on wind turbines? Would you ever lease land for them? I do find it weird that there are no wind turbines in our area. There's a bunch down by Casper.
I don't think it blows. It's windy here, but it's not like Casper.
It's not a constant. I think that's the problem. If you're going to spend $1 million putting up one of these things, they have to be efficient all the time. And we can have 40, 50 mile an hour winds and then nothing for a week.
Yeah, and so we do have a wind turbine, and you guys have probably seen it. If you're new, maybe you haven't, but we do have a wind turbine. It's a small home use, but it's 20 feet? No, it's not 20 feet. It's taller than
Tall?
It's taller than the high tunnels, though, and they're 12.
Yeah, it's 20, 30 feet in the air. It's a 2.5 kilowatt wind generator. So it doesn't. it does about $100 worth of power per month.
Gilbert put it up in 2009.
Correct.
They said it would take, on average, 10 years to pay for itself if nothing broke.
Right. And the funny thing is the warranty runs out after 10 years too.
Of course.
So it's like, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it's done and over with. But like we do see a lot of wind turbines south of us, 100 miles or so south of us. And it's one of those things like,
yeah, you also see a lot of them buried in a landfill.
Correct.
120 miles south of us too.
Yeah, they have landfills. In fact, I was looking at Google Earth the other day, and thank you, WPR Jersey.
Thank you.
WPR. I was looking at Google Earth, and I was looking at Casper for some weird reason. And remember, I showed you the picture. There was turbine blades just lined up, and they were burying them, and you can see it on Google Earth, like they're burying them in the dirt.
They cannot be recycled. The blades can't.
You would think they could like have a big chipper shredder to put them in.
There's too much fiberglass on them. They can't recycle them.
You can't recycle fiberglass?
I guess not. I don't
Okay,
know.
I
I'm
don't-
just reading the article.
Either way, I mean, the thing is, like, we don't see them in this area. So if somebody did show up and wanted to put up a wind generator, I'd probably think there's some sort of scam going on. But yeah,
I think like there's not a ton of them. I mean, there's getting to be more, but they're going to start in the areas that have the most wind. So Cheyenne has a lot. Casper has a lot. When we had to make it to Rifle, Colorado, and we had to take weird roads from Casper to Colorado, like we saw a bunch. But oh my God, it was like the windiest. Frankly, like the last place you'd ever want to live in Wyoming. Like it was awful. And there was tons of wind turbines down there because, I mean, we were driving through a whiteout, like ground blizzard. It wasn't snowing, but it was a ground blizzard and it was awful. Like it made sense that there was wind turbines there.
Exactly.
I think even though it's super windy, we're a less popular area. But I personally, if it was our decision to put them on our land, I would say no.
Yeah. I actually, a guy that I know here in Wyoming that's an author, wrote a book about wind turbines. And one of the things that he pointed out in this book was that a number of them aren't actually even connected to the grid in Wyoming. You get your tax credits for putting them up, for building these giant towers, but there's really no subsidies or tax credits or anything like that for connecting to them to the grid, and they're out in the middle of nowhere. So there's these things, and that's the thing you never know, is they're spinning like crazy, and there's no power going anywhere. There's no extension cord coming out of the damn thing. Nothing's plugged into it, not even a VCR. And yeah, it might be just a good way to get tax credits and get money from the government.
Input of fossil fuels that goes into them. They can't be recycled.
I actually read a thing yesterday. Maybe somebody else saw this article too. They were talking about the carbon emissions of wind generators and how they may actually offset what they're saving.
I don't see how they can be saving anything when you have to construct them, and then have you seen them be transported?
I saw a couple of them the other day. They were huge.
Ginormous.
Yeah.
And then we put them in the ground in Casper, Wyoming.
Yeah.
Super cool plan.
I got a windmill that pumps water. It kind of makes me feel good. And I don't think it's probably killed a few birds, and it's only 10 feet across. Well, this one, I don't know if this. Have you ever seen a dead bird laying underneath it?
Underneath this one, no. But it's smaller.
No.
But it's noisy too, like the noise pollution.
It sounds like a damn helicopter's landing out here sometimes.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We've had harvest host people. I've had people that stayed in the Airbnb that have called me and asked me, like, what is that noise?
We don't even hear it.
I don't even hear it anymore, and you get used to it, but. My God, it does sound like there is a helicopter or something landing out here sometimes. We get up, and the funny thing is it kicks off at 60 miles an hour, so it actually stops.
Yeah.
Luckily, because I think the thing would go flying up in the sky. But
it is kind of scary.
it's a noisy beast. So anyway, long story
Solar
short
panels,
is
I think, are
Erin says no.
better investment, yes, than wind turbines.
True. I'd go for a solar well.
I'd go for some solar panels.
Really?
Yeah,
Why not?
sure. Anybody got some?
Yeah, just throw them on the house here. I think I've got one somewhere.
You have a little tiny portable one.
I do. I have a solar panel for a iPhone charger thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. So, anyway, that's a very long roundabout way to say that if somebody offered to come and put in a wind turbine, you would say no.
Yeah, if it was my decision, I'd say no.
Yeah. They are kind of an eyesore, too. So, kind of ridiculous. Mail call, Sky King. Actually, you know what, to tell you the truth, I don't have. Do I have anything for mail call? I don't know if I do or not.
We haven't gone through it and organized in quite a while.
Oh, you know what, I forgot.
Let's organize and we can do mail call next week.
Okay, fine. We'll do mail call next week. If you have something you would like to see on mail call, please send it to Our Wyoming Life, P.O. Box 667, Gillette, Wyoming 82717.
Good job.
Is that it? Cool. All right. So, wind turbines in the winter, you think that would be spooky? It's flailing off like, I mean, when they stop, icicles form, right? And then when they start back up, do you think that those icicles become like projectiles?
I mean, probably.
I caught the kids today outside, standing underneath icicles,
God.
staring. I'm like, what are you guys doing? And they're like, we're looking at the icicles. And I'm like, that's a good way to die. Like, have you ever heard that old wives' tale where you can't, don't look up at the icicle, right in your eye? Like, that's the first thing that popped in my head. I was like, oh my gosh.
Have you seen the front of the shop?
No,
So many.
Did you put the
icicles.
picture on Facebook today that I sent you of the front of the farm store?
No, I didn't put that one.
Oh, there was a bunch hanging there. I
It
thought that was kind of an
rained.
artsy fartsy picture I took.
Friday night it rained. Like the rain woke me up, and then it was still warm Saturday when the snow started. So yes, there was a lot of ice outside. So the front of the shop is just riddled with icicles.
Riddled. Riddled. So is the house apparently. And then, so when the kids left here, before we go to live stream, the kids usually go up, before we do live stream, the kids go up to Grammy's house. And I ran out to grab one of these out of the garage, and I hear outside the kids are chattering. Like, what are they doing? So I opened up the garage door. Again, they're standing underneath the icicles. There's a bunch of icicles in front of the garage. They're like, oh, because anywhere there's no gutter, because there's no gutter there yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're staring back up at
like
it.
4 years.
I'm like, this is the equivalent of you're going to shoot your eye out with the BB gun. Quit staring up at the dang. I mean, first of all, that's something I never heard of when I was a kid. I don't know if I ever did it. I probably did. I remember breaking them off and like eating them and like, swinging them around like swords and things like that. I don't remember standing underneath them. And it's the first time I've ever seen anybody do that. I always thought that was like a weird wives' tale. And then you got 3 of our kids standing up, looking up at the dang things. I'm just like, this is a horrible, horrible idea. So how do we prevent this from happening?
We yell at
Do we have to
them.
put goggles on them?
No, we just yell at them.
I give them face shields?
Grace also, when I jump on the trampoline when there's snow on it, it's really slippery. Grace, maybe you shouldn't be on there.
First
I was
of
like,
all,
you're going to break your arm. You're going to fall off and break your arm. I've jumped off the trampoline before and I'm fine, Mom.
we got a bunch of weather questions coming up. Let's see, the temperature outside as of this moment. You can actually go to our website, ourwyominglife.com, and click on cameras, and you can actually view the webcam, which is just facing outside. Currently it is 27 degrees. It looks like it stopped snowing for a little while. We got, what, 3 or 4 inches of snow out there, you think?
I don't know. I haven't been out there.
You haven't been outside. Why does this never work? It never works for me. Every time I try to switch to that camera, it just dies. Hate it.
I don't know. I can see it.
I know. I don't know why it doesn't
I can see
work.
it on our preview screen.
Right. Stupid. Anyway.
Trinity said she had a big one fall on her head from our old cow barn. That was no fun. Stitches were involved. Yeah, they
Yeah, really? See?
hurt.
Evil.
More gutters. We should gutter the garage and the farm store. Ooh, can I get a farm store gutter?
You can. Actually, I had to, I should have taken a picture of it and showed you guys, but we made feeders for the meat chickens out of gutters. And I never realized that you could go and just buy sections of gutters and put up your own gutters. I thought this gutter thing, and apparently a bunch of people had me fooled. I always thought this gutter thing was like a technical thing. It's not.
Well, you gotta like level them and stuff.
No, you don't. Really, you as long as they're not level, you don't want them level, right?
Well, no, but you want them.
If you level them, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
So they're not
You want
level.
to slope them. Where's that? You took a picture.
I did. It's in the Facebook group or something somewhere. I don't know where it's at. JB Weld with $10 super chat. Tell them birds on the rooftops. If we get cows to poop on the rooftops, it'd be even better.
Show the people.
Show the people. How am I supposed to do this? This is goofy. So anyway, there you can kind of see it. The rain gutter feeders that we made for the chickens. But yeah, I can do gutters pretty much anywhere.
Farm store needs one.
Okay.
The garage needs.
And it's not that expensive.
Yeah, and I get that you don't have to slope them very much, but yeah, I mean a little
bit. I mean, you don't want like a 1 foot drop or anything. You don't need a torrential downpour coming down to that end. But yeah, the farm store is bad. That we do need to put gutters on the farm store. That is a great idea.
That's a great idea.
I should do that.
Can you get them in different colors, or do you have to paint them?
There was steel ones and there was plastic ones.
What color were the plastic ones?
I think they were white, if I remember right.
Doesn't fit the theme.
You have a theme?
Well, it's gray and red.
Okay, wow. Trevor's up in central Alberta, minus 14 degrees. Oh yeah, that's probably Celsius.
Still cold.
Good point. Still cold though. Very, very, very cold. Whew. Okay, that scared me there for a second. I was like, man, our weather kind of drops down from that direction. I remember when I lived in Montana.
It's supposed to get cold next weekend.
Well, what is 84 degrees? Thank you, Melissa. That's nice.
Awesome.
And Patty said it was like 108 at her house, but she lives near Phoenix. No, she lives in
I mean, the great thing is there's literally precipitation in the forecast every day except for next Friday. Oh, they downgraded it some. We were supposed to get like 8 inches of snow next weekend. Now it's only 5. So, and it is going to drop. Our lows are in the single digits next weekend.
Single digits? Like how single?
5.
5? So half of a double digit. We don't even get like 3/4 of a double digit. We get a half of a double digit.
The high temperature next Monday is 16 degrees.
During the day.
During the day. That's the warm.
You know what's funny is and this isn't funny at all, but it is hunting season here on the ranch.
Oh yeah, those poor guys.
And
the beginning of the season, it was like 85 degrees, like record high
gosh,
temperatures.
yeah. The hunters that were here at the beginning of the month, I mean, it did great. It was 80 degrees, whatever. It's just gradually gone downhill for the hunting situation. Not that they aren't doing well, but it's just colder and harder to hunt, and we haven't had anybody walk away unhappy. Now, we have had a few people that have not gotten their animals that they expected to get.
Everybody's gotten something.
Everybody's gotten at least one antelope, but yeah, there's a few that haven't gotten all the tags that they have. We have a group here from California. I think they're from Tracy, California, if I remember right, somewhere in that area, and they are here. They just arrived today. They'll be hunting for the next 3 days. Then we had a little break, and then I've got family coming out from Oregon.
You have other hunters.
And I have other hunters during that time frame as well. But I have family from Oregon coming out here to hunt for the very first time, and it's actually the first time they'll ever have met the kids. First time you've ever met Dan, her husband, and Jody, who's my cousin, is coming. But I feel bad because we have like 8 inches of snow coming next weekend, right?
Can't do anything about it.
I know. I kind of feel like I should call them and warn them and be like, hey,
The high for Halloween is 43 degrees. So it is going to warm back up.
43 on Halloween?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be nice. Alrighty, guys, we're at halfway through the hour. If you have arrived late, I'm going to give you a little chance here to win a brand new Carhartt pullover hoodie, courtesy of Beckart Fencing. All you have to do is, Matt, get ready. Matt, get ready. Matt, get ready. All you have to do is head on over to Beckart's Facebook page, like them on Facebook, head to their YouTube page and subscribe to them on YouTube. They have been a wonderful partner for the channel. If you've been following along, they have done so much for us that it really does kind of blow me away. Like, I tell them, if I sneeze the word fencing, they call me like a half an hour later and they're like, what, are you gonna fence? Can we come help? And it's just like, I can't even like think of the word fencing without them calling and let me know.
Win.
So if you head to those 2 links that Matt threw up there and you follow them on both of those links, then put up the word done. Matt and Tammy are going to help out
Jake, you can't win either.
by selecting a person that did both to win one of those hoodies. We're going to give those away at the end of the hour here as we wrap up the live stream here in about 26 minutes. So be sure to do that. Thank you very much. They are up to 175 subscribers on YouTube. Awesome. Thanks, guys. And of course, follow them along with William Dunn. follow. Be sure to follow them on Facebook as well. My whole point to this is that that we want them to come to work on Monday, and I want them to look at their YouTube page and be like, "Oh my gosh, what happened?"
We can have a custom URL now.
So they can have a custom URL. Exactly. And you guys can end up getting a really cool sweatshirt. Now, if you do watch the live stream on the replay, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to win, but I still urge you to go and do this. These guys have been great to us as partners. And one of the things that we always talk about with any company that comes to us, because we've built this brand and this YouTube channel and all this kind of stuff. So we have hundreds of companies come to us all the time that want us to, what do you always get the LED light strips for
so many grow lights from China.
Grow lights from China. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You could have like grow lights
We should just
all
start
over the
saying
ranch.
yes, and then I can have them for the high tunnel.
You could have them everywhere. Do you want them in the high tunnel?
Oh, maybe.
I mean, why not? I mean, it's weird. Like about once a day we get hey, would you, Erin, like to try it? The last one though was, would you like to try a dehydrator?
What do I can do with that?
A lot of people just want to send Erin stuff all the time.
There's so many garden.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. But
knickknacks.
the companies that we end up working with, we want to be able to have a back and forth with, and we want to be able to help them out just as much as they help us out. Beckart, obviously, if we need fence on the ranch, they're here to help us out with it. Whether it's giving us a good deal on fence or helping us out with putting it up, it's crazy. So we want to make sure that we give back to them, and we thank you guys for helping us out with this. And I think that it's definitely going to pay off. The other nice thing is too that when we help out our partners, they give us crap to give away, which in turn we give to you guys. So that's the best part about the whole deal, because I can't have 35 of these Carhartt hoodies. I just can't do it. So you guys are going to get some out of it. So just like Ariat last week with the $250 for the boots, which Derek won, and he picked out some really nice boots. They're on the way to him, and Ariat's another one that helps us out, and we like to definitely pay that back. And eventually, trust me guys, it does trickle down to you guys. So.
Well, Beckart's already making plans for next summer.
Beckart wants to do some fencing with you next year. So
Nothing's decided yet.
No.
You'll have to wait and see.
Wait and see.
Subscribe, turn on the bell. In 9 months, you can find out what we're talking about.
In 9 months. Follow along for a long, long time. So that's how we suck
and
you in.
Maybe something will happen.
It's like the reality shows you used to watch. Like there's always if they're an hour long, it's 48 minutes of nothing, and then something exciting happens at the end. It's like, oh crap, now I got to come back and watch this next week. What was the one you used to watch? Well, you watched the Kardashians. What happened to them? Did they drop off the face of the earth? I don't know. What was the one with the wrestler chicks?
What is that? I don't watch any of that stuff anymore, though.
No, you don't, because we don't have cable anymore. We got rid of cable. What the heck was that with the wrestler girls?
I don't remember what it was called.
They all look like they could just kick anybody's butt. Was it Belly Divas?
Oh yeah.
Bell Divas or something?
No, Total Divas.
Total Divas. That's what it was. That show. Those girls were scary.
I feel like we used to have more spare time in our lives, but now it's winter again, so maybe I should start watching reality TV. Is it on Netflix?
I don't know. I don't know if it is or not. Alex Jacobs throwing up, thank you, Alex, for moving us right into our next topic of conversation, and that is the podcast, which is making a comeback. We've talked about it here in the past. WWE Divas. See, Keith watches it all the time. He says, I never miss an episode. The one with the purple hair, love her. The podcast is coming back, and we're kind of shaking things up a little bit with the podcast. We've tried a couple different things. Obviously, we started out with just a podcast with you and I talking. Then we tried to do the video podcast, and that was kind of a pain in the butt. And now we're kind of taking a step back and going back to just a regular podcast once again. But this time, we're going to bring guests onto the podcast. Is that because you can't be there because you have like a real life and a job and all this kind of stuff. So you can't be there for every single podcast. So we're going to bring people in to be you.
Well, how much do you guys want to listen to me talk?
How much do they want to listen to me? I got a comment on the last, what was it? I can't remember which video it was, but it really hurt my feelings, but not, it hurt my feelings, but at the same time, like I laughed at
anymore.
it. I have a little feelings left, but it made me laugh because the comment was, boy, this guy sure likes to hear himself talk.
Well, yeah.
And I'm just like, And at first I was like, well, that son of a, but then I was like, well, what else am I going to do? Like, I mean, I have to explain what I'm doing. I mean, obviously there are spots where I don't talk when things are, what is behind me? Something behind me? Is there a spider coming to get me? What are you pointing
Your
at?
shirt from last week.
Oh, okay.
Just randomly. It's just like, oh, laundry.
I talked for a living for 20 years almost. Like I did.
Yeah, I mean, and, like a YouTube video would be really boring if you didn't talk. Like,
Right.
yes, there needs to be like B-roll and time for things to like breathe.
Right.
But yeah, like, yeah. The whole point is to talk.
Yeah.
So,
The funny part is though that if you know either Erin or I in real life, like Erin's more talkative usually than I am sometimes.
not true.
Yes, so true.
Not
Yeah, you're a little bit more extroverted than I am. Get a drink in her, she'll tell you all about it. Matt would agree with me on this point. Jake would agree with me. Friends of ours that why is it we only have friends that we found through the interweb?
I don't know. Everyone's left us.
Anyway. I think I got, after years and years in radio, like I just kind of got tired of hearing myself talk sometimes. But that's why you know what I never did, and I used to drive people nuts. So if you think back to WKRP, well, actually WKRP is not a good example. But if you think of radio guys, you think of them wearing headphones. I never wore headphones because I could not stand to hear myself talk.
We
in
did
the
one
headphones.
podcast with headphones.
Oh, it drives me crazy. I can't do it.
You guys are liars.
See?
Oh, see, Tammy. Thanks.
Of course, Tammy's going to back you up on that. See?
Zach, did something happen to your foot?
Oh, you didn't hear about this? Apparently, I'm going to have him on a podcast so he can tell us about his foot thing.
Literally before that we came up here, I was like, you need to tell me what's going on.
Well, this is Zach's thing. Apparently, Zach, who's one of our moderators, got bit by a spider that was in his boot.
Was it a black widow?
I honestly don't know. I should have called him because I never did get the whole story. The only reason I saw it was when we did the premiere video on Friday. Zach kind of came in and like stole the whole show, telling everybody about his foot. And I
Why
was
didn't
just
you
like,
tell me about it?
because it kind of one in her ear at the other. I'm probably doing something else. But yeah, so Zach got bit by a spider. It was probably like a brown recluse or maybe a tarantula or like a big old camel spider or something. I don't know what it was. And
those were native
anyway,
to Colorado in October.
long story short, they ended up cutting off from here down. He now is a roly-poly.
He said he can put his boot back.
He's one of those. Remember those silly things that you would fill up with air and you'd punch them and they'd fall over? What were those called?
I don't know.
Oh, what the heck were those
The
things
kids
called?
had one.
That's what are those things called? But anyway, that's what Zach is now. He lost it all.
Just done.
Just done. Horrible. No, anyway, there was a spider in his boot, bit his foot swelled up.
Okay.
I think he did say he had to go to the hospital for it.
Did you go to the hospital, Zach?
Why aren't you here, Zach? If you're going to show up and start talking about your foot, you need to be sitting right here. This makes my life a whole lot easier.
No, Matt, you're wrong.
See?
You made your foot look like a balloon. You don't know what kind it was? Oh, that's too bad.
Either way, have you ever been bit by a spider?
Yeah, I got bit one time, like on my like this region, and it made all of this like I had like hives.
When was this?
Long time ago.
Before you met me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't remember this.
It was before you.
Oh, okay.
Good job going to urgent care.
I was going to.
Hopefully you wore a mask.
I was just going to say it was BM, but that would be before Mike, but then that sounds worse. Anyway. Yeah. Well, Zach, we're glad that your foot is all better.
To get chopped off.
Right here.
Oh God, now it's getting worse.
It's getting higher. It's like nipples down. I don't know. I have no idea. No idea. Big news that we've been hearing about lately with the weather changing is the fact that the hat has not changed. And I did make a little video.
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
Weebles wobble. There we go. Yeah, there we go.
Sorry.
I made a little video. It's a little long because I talk too much probably, but I wanted to talk about, because I got tons of emails and all kinds of stuff this week about the snow is there. Why is the summer hat still on? Why is all this happening? You know, why aren't things going my way? So I ended up making a little video today while I was sitting up here hanging out in the shop. So I thought I would share that with you guys. We have a few highlights in this video of the past hat explosions and the plans for this hat and what's going to happen in the future. Check it out.
And you know what? I think back to a time when we first came to the ranch, and I had one part of me that really didn't feel complete until, I'm going to say, we were probably here on the ranch for about a year, and that was when I first started wearing a cowboy hat. First of all, I'd never ever worn one before, and you know, maybe as a kid, but I didn't, and I was really kind of hesitant in even wearing one after being here for about a year, because it just wasn't me. I don't think I ever wore hats really, and at one point, Gilbert, who always wore a hat, he said to me, you should really be wearing a hat when you're out here. And Gilbert had skin cancer at that time. So he ended up convincing me to go and buy a cowboy hat. In fact, I think he went with me to buy my first one, if I remember right. And so from then on, I pretty much always wore a cowboy hat on the ranch. And it wasn't just because I was balding or anything like that. It was just for that exact reason that Gilbert had suggested that I wear one, and that's why I did. And eventually that hat kind of became a part of who I was in a weird kind of way. And I never really realized that until we started YouTube. And I went to a YouTube conference in Cincinnati, and the guy that put it on, he actually told me, he said, don't ever take off your hat. Your hat is who you are. And at first I wasn't sure how to take that, but then now that I look back on it, and I realize that it's that old saying, it's all hat and no cattle. Well, I want to be the opposite of that, right? I want to be all hat and all cattle, or whatever I want to be. So if the hat is what brings people in, that's great. But one thing we've always done with the hat at the end of every single year is get rid of it, at least this summer hat. The summer hat has, throughout the summer season, become stinky and smelly and disgusting, and Erin hates it. So at the beginning of our little trek here through the YouTube universe, at the end of that first summer, I decided to do something just a little bit different.
Not exactly sure why, other than it's just fun to burn things. So we toss her out and we get ready to do it. A few years ago, a hunter brought out moonshine. I have no idea where they got it or how they made it, but it is flammable. So we'll use that this year. Give the hat a nice little dosing of that.
That's all it was. I burned it up. It just went away. And I remember telling Erin that I burned the hat, and she was just like, good, thank God it's gone. But the next summer, after the summer, we decided to do something a little bit different, and that was include the hunters in on the whole thing. And they had some ideas for how to get rid of it as well. This year, it's gonna be tannerite that disposes of the hat. Detonated by a bullet, this stuff is normally used to make long-distance targets explode. Today, it's going to take out a pumpkin and welcome winter here on the ranch. All right, guys, time for a moment of truth. Summer hat, say goodbye to it as we switch over to winter time here in Wyoming. If the hat stays on the pumpkin. It's a good way to bring on the snow. One last summer blast.
There we go. Hat is done for. Black hat's on, and winter's here.
That year, the one thing that was missing was fire. But we changed that with the following year, which was last year. We added a little bit of fire into the mix. So that's 3 years of destroying the hat in some way or another. But this year, if you notice, I'm still wearing it, and there's snow on the ground. It's winter time. I'm wearing the black Carhartt. But I decided that this year I didn't want to destroy the hat. Not quite yet, anyway. Because this year we're faced with a very, very unique challenge, and that's with the fact that we didn't have any hay this year to cut, which means we didn't have any hay this year to feed the cows over the winter. We're trying this winter grazing program that we're just kind of flying by the seat of our pants on. So I thought, you know what, maybe rather than get rid of the hat, why don't I keep the summer hat as a sign of solidarity with the cows, that we're all going through something here that is very stressful, that we don't really know what's going to happen. And it's just, for me, I just decided that this year I was going to keep the summer hat as just a way to you know, to show something, that there's something different happening on the ranch this year, and it could be good and it could be bad. So I figure I'll keep the hat, I'll keep the summer hat going until the cows have to be fed, one way or the other. Whether we make it through our winter grazing program or not, if the black hat shows back up, you know it didn't work, or maybe it did. We're hoping for an extra 50 days of feed from winter grazing. If we can get that, all the more power to us. So that's why the summer hat is going to stay, at least for a little while longer, and we'll see what happens.
So there you have it. This year,
Turn on my microphone.
why did you turn off your microphone?
That you turned yours off too.
I don't think so, no. So there you have it.
I was subscribing to Beckert.
Oh, is that what you were doing the whole time? It took you all that time to do it? So yeah, this year, this hat gets a little bit of a reprieve. Eventually it will be going bye-bye. But
basically you just don't have an idea.
why do you got to call me out? Why you got to do that?
It's like literally my job.
That is your job? Now hiring. Erin's going to make up her own job description. We're going to have to let her go. No, I'm just, it's just, like, I don't have a great idea yet to dispose of the hat.
We've had some ideas, but
At the same time, like, I do feel like it is a weird year on the ranch with not having hay and trying to figure out how to make it work. I do kind of feel like it's like, the cows' summer is not over. I'm not letting them have winter. I'm not feeding them. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, like, I'm there with the cows. Like, I'm going to wear the hat. Now, trust me, if my head gets cold, I'm going to put a beanie on. But like,
that's what you've been wearing.
Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, I'm gonna keep the hat up in videos, and everybody's gonna say, "Why are you still wearing a straw hat?" And you guys can all answer, and you guys can all deal with it, and I don't have to. The other thing, the hats. A lot of people were talking about hanging the hats in the barn or the garage. We actually do have a few hats, and I don't think I've ever pointed those out before, but on the wall in the shop.
Thanks, Tammy. Tammy's got my back.
Tammy's always got your back. At the wall in the shop, there are two hats that hang in the shop. One is Gilbert's hat, and one is actually Charles Barkley's hat, who they ranched here before Gilbert bought that. So there are two hats that hang in the shop. It's almost like that retirement wall, or the, like Larry Bird's jersey hanging in the rafters kind of thing. Like, those are up there for a reason. My hats are not. I can still go buy a hat. So I figure eventually my hat will be up there. Someday. So.
Last chance, guys. If you do all the things to Beckart Fencing, it's on
Do all the things. That sounds really horrible. That's what she said.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel and like or follow their Facebook page. Matt, could we get the links one more time? And then Matt's going to pick a winner for us. I subscribed.
You subscribe to Beckart's.
And I already follow them on Facebook.
You do follow him on Facebook. So, not that Charles Barkley. Different Charles Barkley. It is if you, and then after you subscribe and follow them on Facebook and you subscribe to them on YouTube, what do?
You say done, and then Matt's gonna pick a winner, and you get 2 winners, and you might win a hoodie.
Yep.
That says Beckert Fencing on it.
Exactly. Those guys obviously have been very good to the channel, and we are very happy to be able to do this for them. Mm-hmm. The whole goal tonight was that they had 50-some subscribers when we started up, and they want to be able to change the name of the URL of their channel, where www.youtube.com/OurWyomingLife. That's like /C/our channel. Yeah, C/OurWyomingLife. That's our URL. They aren't able to do that until they have 100 subscribers.
Now they can.
Now they can change it. Their new URL will probably be OurWyomingLife /C/ or not be OurWyomingLife. YouTube.com/C/Beckert Fencing.
Well, they're going to decide that.
I already did.
We don't work for Beckert Fencing.
I decided it for them.
We're not their social media team. I'm sure they'll decide that. Thank you, Mark, for the $1.99 super chat.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
To you too.
So thank you very much, guys, for doing this and doing it for Beckert. Of course, hopefully your chance to win a very cool. We don't have one. I think they're sending us one.
You said this is like the one thing that you did tell me this week is that Beckert is sending us
hoodies. They are. We will be able to wear them. Next week, we'll wear ours. No, it'll be too damn hot up here. Next week, we'll bring ours and show you what they look like, and then whoever wins it can wear theirs to the live stream. And if you go to the website, you can actually buy your own glass too, so you can actually have a drink with us in the same glass.
OurWyomingLife.com, and you can buy a coffee cup to have coffee with in the morning.
You can. Very cool. All right. So, Matt, we have just a few minutes here left. Thank you, Jessica, for the $5. I'll just say $5. We'll round it up. $5 super chat. Matt, have you and your lovely assistant, Tammy, have you guys selected 2 winners for the Beckert Carhartt hoodie giveaway tonight? We need 2 winners. And hopefully, if you win, all you have to do is email Matt at OurWyomingLife.com. Let him know that you are a winner, and he will make sure that you get your sweatshirts sent to you. They will be shipping directly from the Beckert corporate offices in Georgia somewhere. I can't remember where they're at. Somewhere in Georgia. So Matt's going to pick out a couple winners here. Oh, check your phone. Well, I don't know where my phone's at, Matt. Matt said check my phone. Alrighty, our 2 winners for. Scroll down. Oh, I got a picture to show you too. Show them the picture while I figure this out. We were talking earlier about.
Oh, Zach, is it okay if we show?
Zach, can we show your foot to everybody? Because now everybody wants to know what your phone looks like, or your foot looks like, or your phone. We can show your phone or your foot. Zach, can we show everybody your big ugly foot? Let us know.
You can say the winners.
I'm waiting for Zach. Okay, fine. All right. Our winners of the sweatshirts tonight from Beckert and the hoodies, the Carhartt hoodie sweatshirts, whatever they're called. Sure, Zach says. Are the first winner tonight, Old Timer Dave. And the second winner is Jadon Hostetter. Be sure to send Matt an email, matt at OurWyomingLife.com, M-A-T-T at OurWyomingLife.com, and you can claim your prize there. Matt will make sure that they get sent out to you. So this is, we were talking earlier about Zach's foot. Zach got bitten by some sort of weird radioactive spider, and soon will be Spider-Man. But
that would be cool.
Spider-Man got bit on the hand. I don't think Spider-Man would have been as cool if he got bit on the foot.
Like, amputated.
Spider-Man got bit on the pinky toe. That's a little different. But so here is Zach's big ugly foot after getting bit by some sort of weird radioactive spider. That's not good. It's a lot of weird colors. Those aren't natural colors for a foot. I am glad that you're doing a lot better, Zach. And we poke fun at you, but I really do. I appreciate. Last time I sent Matt a text, no doubt. See, he just shares it everywhere. He sent it. He sent it everywhere, man. I'm sorry. That's a horrible. Now, and I do have to ask you one quick question, Zach, and I hope you're able to answer this. What is your contingency plan going forward? How are you going to protect yourself
I thought you were going to say if you do turn into Spider-Man.
Well, if you turn into Spider-Man, call me. But I want to know how you're going to protect yourself from further spider attacks, because obviously now they see you as a target, right? And they know that you're not. I mean, are you checking your boots now? Do you? I mean, what do you do? I remember as a kid, my dad told me.
Check your gloves.
Check gloves and your boots. I remember going camping with my dad, at least once when I was a kid, and you put your boots inside each other so no snakes crawled in your boot. Yeah. I remember hearing that. So I don't know if Zach does have a plan to curb the scourge that is the Spider Nation that is against him. But I hope that you do have something figured out. Thank you very much for going out and subscribing to Beckar tonight. I got to look up my winners' names again because now
Old Timers Dave.
Old Timer Dave and John. See, I forgot that one already.
Jaden Hofstetter.
Jaden Hofstetter. How do you know that? Oh, they're right there in your thing too.
I got the message too.
Very cool. So yeah. Shake my boots upside down several times. I would spray them out with a pressure washer, dude. That's smell what I would do. I don't like that idea at all. That just gives me the GBHeebies. Like putting your boot on, like when you put your Crocs on and something bites your toe.
I don't leave them outside. Where were your boots at, Zach? Were they outside?
Maybe they were. I don't know.
Thanks, Deb, for being here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And thank you for going forth and helping out Beckart and getting them the subscribers they need, because that's obviously, what did we end up with? Do you have a total?
I can tell you. 218.
218 subscribers. They're gonna be so happy. Hopefully they'll give us more sweatshirts to give away, or maybe something even better, like free tattoos. Are you sure you don't want one of these?
Oh, Zach's boots were in the garage.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
you
you
do
go.
that too.
I leave my boots in the garage occasionally, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Alrighty, guys. Thank you very much for coming and hanging out with us this evening. Thank you to our moderators, Zach Hewitt, Matt Fensel, Lori Habel, William Dunn,
Okay.
Bill the Track. I inhaled a whole chicken today while cleaning the chicken house.
The dust of a chicken.
Well, that comes off of a chicken.
Did you
It's
wear a
like
mask?
chicken skin. You know, I thought about it when I was about halfway through.
Yeah.
And I was like, now this COVID crap comes to haunt me. Like, I should have had a mask on around the chickens. It's not right. Thank you, guys. Have a great night. We'll see you next time. Tuesday, brand new video coming up. Also, newsletter due out on Monday with a new video coming from inside the cow shed, where we take a look at how much poo was really in there. The answer is going to surprise you.
Go subscribe to the newsletter if you haven't already.
Subscribe to the newsletter, head on over to the website and subscribe there. And who are the moderators, please? Can't read the names in green. William Dunn, Matt Fensel, Lori Habel, Zach Hewitt, and Bill the Tractor Man are our moderators for tonight. Thank you, guys. And you got anything to add before we split? What's for dinner?
Hamburgers.
Ooh, hamburgers. I'm going to go have dinner. Thanks, guys. Have a great night. We'll see you next time right here on our Wyoming Life, or Beyond the Ranch, or